Yeah, and they might be taking their foot off the gas a little too soon. They've been doing this in the second half, just taking what the defense gives you, but I think they're being a little too passive. I'd like to see them be a little more aggressive, trying to get the ball into the lane and into the short corner area.
And a foul in the backcourt against Carly Barrett.
Barrett unhappy, voicing her displeasure. Needs to be careful.
Yeah, just play the game. Fourth personal foul for Barrett. Tied at 32, 6:39 remaining. Barrett with 4 personal fouls. Lanai Davis with 3 for Marquette Catholic. She's played with 3 for most of the entire evening. Looking for the lob inside for Davis. Deflected into the hands of Balling. Livia Balling finds Robinson, who breaks into the lane. Shot up, shot good. Marquette Catholic with their first lead of the night.
You give Robinson the ball that close to the basket, she's going to finish more times than not.
She has had a big-time night tonight. 14 points for her unofficially on the evening. Now a near steal by Lanai Davis. Inside, Barrett to the bucket. Contact, block, shot, no call. Robinson on the push. Lob up ahead, Davis. Davis to the deck, runner up, runner good. A 4-0 run. Marquette Catholic up 36-32 under 6 minutes left in this one.
Maddie Bruce had an opportunity to try to draw a charge. She then backpedaled as Davis started to get into her.
Barrett looking for somebody. Good timeout taken by Craig DeVault. Timeout, Lafayette Central Catholic with 5:35 left. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with them. Back after this, you're watching the 2025 Girls Basketball Semi-State Round on the IHSAA Champions Network, presented by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, text official to 317-943-9030.
A 4-0 run the last minute and change by Lanai Davis, and the Marquette Blazers have given Michigan City Marquette a 36-32 lead here with 5.5 to go. The winner of this one will get Borden next week in the Class 1A Girls State Championship game down at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Borden with a victory tonight over Northeast DuBois down at the Shelbyville Semi-State. Long three on top. Thompson can't get the roll. Robinson with a big-time defensive board.
Still a lot of perimeter play. They did get a touch in the middle, but then a quick pass out for a 3.
Davis couldn't answer. Bourdonnais on the push. Central Catholic down 4. They haven't been down except in the last 2 minutes. Runner down the lane by Bourdonnais is up and good. Nobody stopped the basketball.
No, Davis got lost up top. She left her spot in the middle. The whole middle of the lane opened wide open.
36-34, 4:49 to go. Robinson with the basketball. Marquette Catholic up 2. Davis in the corner. She'll fire the 3, and that's short. A little bit of a quick 3 right there from Davis.
Much better job on Central Catholic here in the second half. They'll give them some second chances, but they've done a much better job boxing out and trying to hold Marquette to 1.
Deflected out of bounds by the Blazers. (36-34), as you can see at the bottom of your screen, with 4:29 to go in the game. Off the inbound. Thompson connects for 3. 37-36. Third lead change tonight.
Way too easy for the shooter. Everyone knows. Got to look out for, the inbounder on an out-of-bounds play on the baseline. Thompson was able to get wide open in the wing.
Pleasant connects. Fourth lead change. Check that, 39-37, 4:04 to go.
Here's those body blows we were talking about. These two heavyweights going at each other.
Under 4 minutes remaining. Marquette Catholic up 2. We have gone back and forth in the final minutes of this one. Bruce walked with it.
Yep, good call. Took a couple steps before she put the ball on the floor, catching that on the run.
Blazers working with the basketball up 2, clock rolling, 3:41 left. Davis, now Chabas as Natalie Robinson works with it. She's had a solid night tonight. Chabas wide open 3, too strong. Had a good look at it, Tim.
She did. Still the boxing one, so you're going to get gaps, you're going to get other players with good looks, and that was a real nice look. Just overshot it.
4 lead changes tonight. Marquette Catholic on top. Lafayette Central Catholic with the basketball. Central Catholic being patient. Bourdonnais inside. Barrett jump pass, backdoor cut. Thompson shot is good. Nice look inside.
Brilliant play, because that's what's there. Marquette's so aggressive. Everyone's above the volleyball lane. You get the ball to the middle. You got opportunities for cutters to get behind that defense.
Tied at 39 with under 3 minutes remaining. Lafayette Central Catholic looking for their first semi-state title since 2022. And of course for Marquette Catholic looking to get back to Indianapolis after a tough loss the season ago and a state runner-up. Here's Pleasant. Pleasant will fire that one. That's no good. Long rebound, Barrett.
Another job, one and done. Good job there by Central Catholic on the checkout.
Schussler works with it.
Again, work that ball below the volleyball lane. It's open.
Bourdonnais comes and gets it, working on Robinson. Davis looking to trap. Back to Schussler. She'll fire the 3. That's no good. Davis on the push. Davis will float it in the lane and connect.
Gosh, she's so quick. She can cover so much ground in such a hurry.
41-39, 2:10 left. Marquette Catholic on top. Here's Barrett. Marquette Catholic just sitting in that 2-3 zone. I shouldn't say 2-3 zone. It's just more, it looks like a matchup type zone actually, as that shot is no good from Barrett. Put back, Bourdonnais is up and good. Tied at 41. Timeout, Lafayette Central Catholic. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here.
Yeah, it's more of a matchup. They're going to the 1-1-3 look, and they're really extending everyone above the volleyball line. And there's opportunities there. You got to work that ball into the middle. You got to run some high-low action, maybe send in your wings flashing in to give a different look, and then try to get somebody. I would almost just keep a baseline runner, stopping short corner. Don't always going all the way out beyond the three-point line. If I'm Central Catholic, there's opportunities there. Sometimes it is difficult to get the ball in the middle because Marquette's keeping everything so clustered right there. Look at minute 47 to go. 2 timeouts for Central Catholic, 4 for Marquette. Expect Marquette to come out here and be a little bit patient, but they're going to look for an opportunity. Take what the defense gives you. If they can score quick, I think they're going to take it right away. Way too much time on the clock to start worrying about trying to milk this one down for one.
If you're wondering, Lafayette Central Catholic has not played an overtime game this year. Marquette Catholic is 0-2 in overtime with a loss to McCutcheon and a loss to Brebeuf during the holiday time. 1:41 remaining. Pleasant and Marquette Catholic has the basketball. Here's Davis now. Her spin move and her floater in the lane is short. Good look, just couldn't get it to go. Follows up her own miss. And on the tie-up, the arrow points back to Lafayette Central Catholic. That arrow crucial right now, Tim, with 92 seconds left in the ballgame.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's an advantage now for Marquette moving forward. And that's something to keep in mind if you're a coach, too. You got to let your players know who has the arrow so you don't want to burn a timeout in a situation when a tie-up is going to be your basketball.
Barrett has it. Now they get it to Bourdonnais.
Central Catholic's done a good job in milking clock at the perimeter all game long, so we'll see if they decide to try to take this one down as low as possible.
Thompson in the corner to Schussler. Back to Thompson.
They're really flirting with that half-court line right now.
1 minute left, tied at 41.
I almost take a timeout right here.
Lafayette Central Catholic gets it back 54.2 tenths of a second. Katie Calignan and Marquette Catholic wants to talk it over with a 30-second timeout. Now they're going to change it to a full timeout. We'll take it with them. The finish coming up. You're watching the 2025 Girls Basketball Semi-State Round on the IHSAA Champions Network, presented by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance.
In addition to Pacers basketball, my family's a big fan of two things: rescue dogs and great Connecticut water. So when we adopted Walter to join Bailey, he too gets his bowl of water right from our Connecticut K5 drinking water station. We take our water quality seriously, which is why we also have a whole home water treatment system. Improve your water like we do. Visit ConnecticutIndy.com for your free in-home water test. Connecticut, official sponsor of the Indiana Pacers.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
54.2 seconds left, tied at 41 with Tim Fedler and our crew. My name is Brian Jennings. We have had a great one tonight, and we're going to have a great finish here in the final 54 seconds.
We'll see how aggressive Central Catholic wants to be here. They're going to try and get into some action right away. And tell you what, look up at the scoreboard. Just a second foul here in the fourth quarter. Both teams a lot to give.
Chavis picks up her second personal. Team one, as you mentioned, here with 46.9 seconds left.
Looks like they're going to try and get into some action early. You don't want to risk. Anytime you risk trying to go into a delay game, you're taking away the aggressiveness, and you might get careless with the basketball.
Barrett to the bucket, left-hand finish is good.
Aggressive defense, match it with aggressive offense. Good job by Barrett getting downhill.
Timeout. Marquette Catholic. 20, the clock is still running. I believe it's going to be right around 24 seconds.
Yeah, I think maybe 24.1, 24.2 or so.
They're going to have to fix that clock.
They might need our help, Brian.
You know, I was just thinking that. Should be, I believe, like you said, right around 24.1.
Yeah, it was 24 and change, and an officiating crew of this experience, of this caliber, they got a guy typically who's looking at the clock and will know pretty much exactly where it was. So they'll do a good job of getting this corrected. Like to see what Central Catholic does defensively here. You know, it's been that box and one the entire ball game, trying to take away Pleasant. This would be a great opportunity to come out and show a completely different look as they go 25.3, and that's a little bit of a gift. It definitely was under 25. It was 24 and change. So a little bit of a gift, but that gift might actually end up helping Central Catholic if Marquette goes and gets a basket here. So we'll see how this one plays out. But maybe you come out and you go no help on Davis here. Maybe you play this straight up. Maybe you come out in a zone, sometime a 1-3-1, something completely different. Because right now, Coach Calignan is drawing something up based on what you saw the entire ball game. You may force Marquette to burn another timeout if you show a new look.
25.3 seconds left. 43-41 Central Catholic leads Marquette Catholic. The winner to Indianapolis to take on Borden next Saturday morning. After the timeout, Marquette basketball. And a quick reach-in foul against Central Catholic and Grace Bourdonnais.
That may have been a little too quick, but that's the other thing to keep in mind. Central Catholic still has 2 fouls to give. So now anytime anyone gets going to the basket, you get beat, especially if it's Davis, reach in there and give up that foul.
Backdoor lob for Davis. Shot up, shot good. 43 apiece with 13 seconds left. Barrett into the front court. Quick timeout taken by Lafayette Central Catholic. It's going to be a full timeout. We will keep it right here with 9 seconds remaining in the ball game. Tim Feather tied at 43.
Yeah, sometimes I prefer in those situations just to let it play out, attack the basket. You got the confusion rather than call the timeout again, because you're allowing Marquette to dictate what's going to happen here, what they're going to come out and do defensively. And now you got to draw up a play against this very aggressive, 1-1-3 matchup zone when you could have possibly scored some in transition. But that's done. Coach DeVault's been doing this a long time. So, yeah, I'm going to try to get the ball beneath that defense, work the ball to the wing, work the ball to the middle. We saw a set a few possessions ago where they went to the middle and then a quick backdoor on the weak side. Some type of action like that, getting to the basket, or something quick inside out. You don't want to you don't need a three here, obviously, right. But they've run a lot of that action in out where they got good looks on the outside. As long as you take it down, you don't want to give Marquette an opportunity for a run out. And Davis doesn't need much time, so make sure you're getting the last shot here.
After the timeout, Marquette Catholic and Lafayette Central Catholic tied at 43. Knights have the basketball. Thompson will inbound, bottom of your screen. Barrett has it with 8. Now Bruce works with it, and Bruce fouled by Pleasant. That's only the second team foul with 5.1 seconds left in this one.
It's the exact same thing we just said at the other end. Marquette could foul this thing almost down to 0 now, which is 5.1 left. So I would look right now, and that's what Coach Clignan should be talking to them about, is once that ball's inbounded, they take one dribble, you want to go ahead and get the foul. Obviously, you got to make sure that Central Catholic is not in the process of shooting. But the quicker you can get a shot here, the better. I would try to design something on this out-of-bounds play, going to the basket, where you can get a catch and shoot. I might actually treat this 5.1 like it's 1.1, where you got to get a quick shot. If you try to inbound the ball about the three-point line and get into some action, Marquette, like I said, they got 2 fouls to give, can take this one down to almost 0 and make it very difficult for you.
After the timeout, it will be Central Catholic basketball tied at 43 with 5.1 seconds left. Thompson the inbound. Now they get it to Barrett. Barrett turns the corner. Barrett's reverse layup is no good. Volleyball around. Davis has it, and we're headed to overtime. Overtime here at LaPorte. We'll step out for a break. Overtime period coming up after this. Tied at 43. You're watching the 2025 Girls Basketball Semi-State Round on the IHSAA Champions Network, presented by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance.
The goal isn't graduation day. It's a better every day after. It's the first day in your new career. Your first pay raise. The 5th day of that week-long vacation. It's the first paid holiday home with your family, or the day of your last car loan payment, much sooner than you thought. At Ivy Tech Community College, we don't just care about your degree, we care about your life. Let's get started at ivytech.edu.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Back at LaPorte High School. Tied at 43, folks. We have had a great one. Tim Feather, 5 lead changes in this one. We've got free basketball.
Yeah, it's been, back and forth pretty much the entire second half since Marquette took that lead or tied the game up. And credit outstanding job for Davis since picking up 3 fouls real quick in the first quarter. Only played about a couple minutes of that second half. She's still sitting on 3 right now here in the overtime.
Marquette Catholic gets the basketball to begin the overtime period. Robinson now finding Davis. Lafayette Central Catholic again going with that boxing one. They're chasing Pleasant. Inside Robinson, nice high-low pass from Davis, and the bucket is good.
Beautiful execution. You know there's going to be a lot of attention anytime Davis gets the basketball. So great job using her in the middle of the floor and then sending Robinson under the zone.
6 lead changes on the night. With 3:25 remaining. Both club with 2 team fouls. The team fouls carry over. Now Barrett works with it. Had a chance to win it for Central Catholic at the end of regulation, but just couldn't get the layup to drop. Now she works with it here, working on Pleasant. Skips it far side Thompson, right corner now. She works with it. Now Bruce has it. 3 minutes to go in the overtime. Davis kicks it out of bounds.
You know, and Central Catholic is content just to sit back there and pass the ball side to side and try to wait for those defensive breakdowns, wait for the opportunity to get the ball to the middle and then work it inside after that.
45-43, Marquette Catholic leads here with 2:50 to go in OT. Thompson in the corner, step back triple, connects. 1-point lead, 46-45. Thompson with a big time bomb for the freshman.
Great patience once again. You get Thompson freed up in the corner. She's like that spot tonight.
46-45, 2.5 remaining. Inside, Balling. Now to Robinson. Stolen off the fingertips of Penzel, and here comes Barrett of Central Catholic. And one coming up for Carly Barrett. Barrett wanted to get back to that left side. Watch right here on the replay, off the steal, using that right hand. Turns back to her strong side, Tim, and gets it to drop.
Tough pass by Robinson, throwing it at the ankles of Penzel, and then Barrett doing a great job, as you said, driving to the right side, knowing she wants to go back left. That little baby hook, getting the ball up and in, drawing the contact, and having the opportunity for the three-point play.
30-second timeout by Marquette Catholic. We will keep it right here, 48-45 here with 2:23 left in the overtime period. If you're just tuning in, Central Catholic had a 12-9 lead at the end of one. Took a 5-point lead into the locker room, stretched it to 3 after Marquette Catholic outscored Lafayette Central Catholic 10-8 in the third quarter to close the gap. And we are tied at the end of regulation now with 2:23 left in the overtime. It's a 48-45 advantage for Lafayette Central Catholic over the Marquette Catholic Blazers.
Big opportunity here. You can make this free throw. You go up 2 possessions. If you can then get a stop at the other end, you now really can control that pace. Central Catholic's done a nice job working the ball side to side against the zone, working some clock. They're really going to be able to control the tempo here. Big defensive possession here for Central Catholic. Likewise, big offensive possession for Marquette.
4-point lead for Marquette Catholic. They trail 49-45 and have the basketball. Robinson, spin move, left hand hook, no good. Offensive board, Balling, put back not there. Robinson fires it up again. She can't get it to go. Balling had it, lost it out of bounds. Back to Lafayette Central Catholic.
Balling, I said it before, just an absolute beast in this ball game on the offensive glass. Even if she's not securing the ball, she's getting a hand on nearly everything. Inside position there for Brooke Thompson, but she did not get low. She did not sit on the hips and drive back Balling.
Pressure by Marquette Catholic across the timeline. Here's Bourdonnais to the bucket. Can't get the layup to drop. Pleasant clears it out of there. Here comes Davis on the push. Marquette down 4 with a basketball from the free throw line. No good on that attempt. Schussler covers up the rebound, and she is fouled in the backcourt by Marquette Catholic and Giselle Chavis.
Big rebound for Central Catholic. How many times we've seen Davis get right to that spot? She gets into the middle about the D or the A of the DAC logo, and she's got a lot of opportunities from there. Couldn't hit that one. Big rebound for the Knights.
1:40 to go. Central Catholic on top, looking to get back to the state championship. Thompson across the timeline. Skips it for Bruce. Now Barrett has it. Barrett off that stutter step move, and Marissa Pleasant with the foul.
She doesn't like it, hard not to, as Barrett goes flying. Definitely a lot of contact there. And finally, here in the fourth quarter, plus overtime, we are in the bonus.
So the senior forward, Carly Barrett, to the stripe, coming in averaging 15 points and 8 rebounds. Had a half-court heave at the end of the first half to make the lead 24-19. Central Catholic hits the first, she gets another.
Nearly made a second half-court heave at the end of the third quarter as well.
Second one, no good. Davis with the board in the bush. Here comes Marquette Catholic down 5. Davis all the way to the bucket. Davis with the layup.
So good with that basketball in the hand in the open court.
Now a steal by Chavis. Ripped away out of bounds. Marquette Catholic gets it back.
The game can change just that quick. A little pressure. I think Central Catholic inbounded that ball way too soon. Take your time. Get set up in your press breaker. Allow that defense to back off a little bit.
Full timeout. We'll take it with him. You're watching the 2025 Girls Basketball Semi-State Round on the IHSAA Champions Network, presented by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance.
Indiana. Let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
1:11 to go in this one, 50-47. Lafayette Central Catholic leads the Blazers of Marquette Catholic, and after the timeout, Marquette Catholic basketball here in overtime. Robinson has it off the inbound, finding Chavis. Davis now will try the equalizer. That's no good. Balling, battling for it, gets the offensive board.
What new?
Here's Davis again, going baseline, reverse layup, no good. Chavis with the offensive board, balling with the putback. She can't get it to drop, and Barrett on the push for Central Catholic. Now a foul in the front court by Giselle Chavis. Marquette Catholic, what are you going to do? Boy, they had plenty of opportunities. Watch right here.
Caligna needs to get off the court, first of all. She's way too far out there on the volleyball court, asking for a foul. Yeah, there was a lot of contact down there, both ways. Both teams may have gotten away with something, but it wasn't called, and you can't be that far on the floor. But again, another offensive rebound for Balling, second, third chances. As the free throw is good. And we saw a lot of that in the first half, you know, and you like to look at things at the end of a ball game when things don't go your way. But all those offensive rebounds that Marquette had in the first quarter, they just couldn't connect on. That, you know, could be the difference in this game as much as anything that's happened in overtime.
Barrett hits them both, 52-47, 42 seconds left in OT. Marquette Catholic needs a bucket. Chavis to the bucket, and she draws the two-shot foul.
Love to play there, though. Get to the basket. You don't need to settle for a three here. You have a timeout. You have time. Go into the basket. Try to get to the free throw line. You know, Central Catholic, you don't want to just say, you know, olé and let him go in, but you got to be real careful. Challenge the layup, challenge the shot, but you absolutely cannot put him at the free throw line.
First shot good for Chavis. She gets another. 50% from the stripe coming in, averaging 3 points and 2 rebounds a game. .9 seconds left in overtime, and it's a 4-point lead for Lafayette Central Catholic. No good on the second attempt. Barrett with the rebound. Central Catholic just needs to be strong with the basketball here, Tim.
That's it. Protect the basketball. You know they're going to come out and foul you. They're going to try to tie you up. Keep that ball moving. Make sure you don't give up the jump ball. make sure you get the foul and then head to the free throw line and make the free throws. The arrow, is with Central Catholic right now, so that's something else you keep in mind if you're Coach DeVault. If they're about to tie you up, you don't need to call a timeout. If there's a loose ball on the floor, you don't need to call a timeout. You know you have the jump ball.
Maddie Bruce misses the front end. She gets another. Bruce with one more opportunity, and she buries it. 53-48 overtime. Period number 1. Central Catholic has the lead. Davis works with a basketball. You don't want to foul right now if you're Lafayette Central Catholic.
Still have one to give. Amazingly, still this deep in overtime, Central Catholic with one foul to give, but you want to make sure it's not on a shot.
Timeout taken by Lafayette Central Catholic. Check that by Marquette Catholic. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with them. You're watching the 2025 girls basketball semi-state round on the IHSAA Champions Network, presented by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
It's 2 p.m. Saturday afternoon. You have two choices. Option 1, take 2 nanoseconds to reach over and put on your seatbelt. Or option 2, decide it's too much work for a Saturday and don't put on your seatbelt. As the seatbelt alarm continues to sing the song of its people, you roll your eyes. You're just going down the block, you'll be fine. You take a turn to the left, and that's when you see it.
Just wear your seatbelt. It's an easy way to save your own life. The Indiana Criminal Justice Institute wants to remind you that choices matter. Click it to live it.
Lania Davis and the Marquette Catholic Blazers down 53-48, 21.2 seconds left in overtime, and Marquette Catholic with the basketball.
They can't stop it, so if they get a quick score here, they're going to be in trouble.
And Davis is fouled by Grace Bourdonnais. That's the team's 4th.
It's going to be the old delay of game thing. If you do make a quick basket here, you pick up the ball, you throw it in the crowd, see if the officials acknowledge it, give you the delay game warning, and that will in turn stop the clock.
53-48 overtime period number 1, 16 seconds left. Marquette Catholic with the basketball. They are down as Davis launches the 3, and she is fouled by Lafayette Central Catholic, and I think it's going to be 3 free throws. And if you're Central Catholic and Craig DeVault, you're wondering why. Yeah, they're going to give her 3, I believe.
Yeah, it's 3. I mean, it's just amazing that happens. You know, you talk to your players in this situation, you challenge it, but that was just kind of going in. And, you know, that's Barrett, who's the senior, you know, captain on this team, has been around. She knows better, and she is trying to make an aggressive play, trying to block the shot. But you give up the 3, Marquette they can't stop the clock. They have no timeouts left. Let them make the 3. The clock's going to wind down.
First one is good. Now, if Davis hits the second, do you miss the third and try to go for the rebound?
Without a timeout? Yes. I think that's a good play.
She gets 2 more. Misses that one. Now you almost have to go for the free throw here and try to foul him.
Yeah, now you make it because the clock's not going to start till the ball's entered. So you make it here, you set up your press, you might be able to get a steal, or maybe Central Catholic misses the free throws.
She hits the third. 53-50. Full court pressure. Central Catholic up 3. They have the basketball poked out of bounds by Davis with 10 seconds left.
Might call a timeout here if I'm Coach DeVault. Make sure you know what you want to do when you're a press breaker.
53-50, 10 seconds left in the overtime. Central Catholic with the lead in the basketball. Thompson has it. Central Catholic just going to try to play keep away with 6 seconds left. And now the foul comes in the backcourt against Marquette Catholic.
Not sure what Marquette was trying to do there. Like, way too much time run off the clock. You don't have enough time down 3 without a timeout to try to play the trap game and then foul on the reversal. It needed to be a foul right away on the inbounds. So you come down, hopefully Central Catholic misses 2, and then you'll have an opportunity.
Pleasant fouls out of the ball game, so Marissa Pleasant, the sophomore, done for the night, sending Casey Schussler to the stripe. First one is no good. It's not over yet, folks, here in overtime.
But it's your best three-point shooter who's now sitting on the bench,
Right.
and that would be the person you would go to in this situation. Get the ball to Davis's hands on the miss, let her go.
Second one, short. Robinson has it with 3. Robinson into the front court, throws it away, and it's stolen by the Central Catholic Knights. And Lafayette Central Catholic picks up the 53-50 semi-state championship victory here tonight over the Marquette Catholic Blazers. Their first semi-state title, Tim Feather, since 2022.
Few execution errors down the stretch that